Newton's injection of drama into the fashion image was taken a step further by fellow 70s photographer Guy Bourdin. One of the most imitated fashion photographers of them all, Bourdin's highly saturated look and dramatic scenarios seem to suggest some hidden tension or trauma. His influence is incredible, not just in photography, but throughout pop culture. Madonna's Hollywood video actually landed her in court for its over-enthusiastic pillaging of the Bourdin look. The Bourdin image I've chosen to recreate comes from 1970 and brilliantly captures the sleazy glamour of his work with none of the adoration of women seen in traditional fashion photos. It seems a pretty simple image, but at the same time it's unmistakably Bourdin. To give me a hand, I've asked model, socialite and fashion designer Daphne Guinness for some help in recreating the picture. Daphne, why do you think that he was so successful as a fashion photographer? Can you put your finger on what the ingredient is that...
Sex. You know, hot yeah.
Do you think that's what he was saying?
Yeah. Don't you think?
I hope it's not as basic as that, because I kind of... maybe I'm just intellectualised.
Stylising it in such a sophisticated way that it's almost got something to do with the Eastern idea of, you know, the ritual of making someone so beautiful.
Looking at footage of his shoots, many of which he filmed himself, there's none of the dark menace you see in the pictures. The models look like they're having a pretty good laugh. It doesn't even look like they're posing. So I could find out more about how Bourdin created his distinctive images. Hikaru Kusak, his assistant for 5 years, joined me for our shoot. What was Guy like on set? Was he was scary, or was he...
He charged people, you see. He was like an enraged fawn.
A fawn?
Yes.
He created an energy.
He created this incredible energy, and he knew exactly when to unleash it. And it was for a couple of seconds. I mean, he would then start shooting and shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot, and do this and do that and do this and that, and then something else happens and you throw it. And out of this 700 photographs, he would have probably 1 or 2 which were more or less what he wanted.
Right.
He would then go sometimes and cut into the transparency that the art directors couldn't do anything else.
So they could only use that.
What he were. He was the only photographer.
That's hilarious.
He's the only photographer.
No one does that.
Well,
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So he was completely controlling.
Completely controlling.
Making me nervous now. I'm a bit nervous. I don't feel like I'm a fawn.
No.
I feel more like a fat rabbit. Most of Bourdin's work was for Charles Jourdain shoes, yet it totally transcends advertising. That's why he's so revered among fashion photographers, pulling off what we all want, commercial images that have the feel of art. And it's the result, I think, of his incredible perfectionism. How do you think he'd feel about everybody ripping him off these days? He'd hate it.
I can't use the vocabulary, no. He would be very dismissive.
Bourdin's pursuit of the perfect image is all the more amazing in this age of digital manipulation, when pictures are retouched and perfected by computer. All of his pictures were created in the camera, using filters, lighting and endless attempts to get exactly what he was after. But I'm going to try and achieve a Bourdin image my way. We're not going to shoot 35mm. We're going to shoot digitally.
Cheating.
It's cheating? No, it's not cheating.
Where's the suspense?
The suspense is in the energy that you create.
You have to wait 2-3 days.
I don't ever
and
wait
run to the developing
I'm far too impatient.
And trembling.
Be nervous. Great, let's shoot it. So we have to get that flash right in her face.
Is the hair alright?
Great, I love it. You look amazing. Red wine.
Yes.
Great. To Guy.
And long may he live.
Long may he live through his images.
Guy absolutely hated being photographed
Did he?
because he thought that you would steal his soul.
He was a soul stealer. Your left foot's right out, back to the wall. Yeah, good. Hand down a little more. Good. Can we see that? That's amazing. That's amazing. And then look into the light. Put your arms out a little. That's good. That's amazing. Great. That's fab. Tilt your head to the right a little. The hair looks great. Can we get a bit of wind in the hair? Yeah. That's good. Let's have a quick look at that. You need to come round a little with that light towards me a little bit more. So many of Bourdin's images are about the lighting, and that's been the challenge, trying to get close to the feel of his original. That's great. That's great. I love that. It's really good. Just go in with the light then a little. Okay, relax a second. The light. That's good. Relax that hand. That's great, Daphne. Great. I think we've done it, Beb. Yeah, that's a wrap. Great. Thank you very much, everybody. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, that lighting was tough, I have to say. Bourdin destroyed much of his own work, and during his lifetime his images were never published or exhibited outside the pages of magazines. Yet his legacy is incredible, and together with Newton he turned the fashion image into an unsettling cinematic vision, often barely related to the fashion product at all. This is a raw image, so it has to be processed and has to have things done to it.
But you use in picture editing, he used by over photographing a scene. So as I told you before, this is a picture of many hundreds of pictures.
Yeah, of course.
So the possibility of getting a perfect one is much bigger than just having one. And he was always speaking, one day there will be electronic pictures and stuff like that, and then this all will be easy. But then you just had to do it.
You just had to keep trying and trying and trying.
You just had to picture until it was right.
So here, using the electronic technology that Guy never got to use, and after a little bit of post-production work, is my version of a Bourdin. I think we got quite close to a pretty good Bourdin homage. And unlike a few photographers I won't mention, at least I'm admitting it,